guys, welcome to Nerd Niche. With Zombieland 2 hitting theaters on the 18th of October, I wanted to see if I could survive Zombieland 1. So based off the rules featured in the first film, we're gonna play a game. So I've constructed a game based on the events and things that happened within Zombieland 1. But first, let's talk about the undead. For generations, people have found something so appealing about the world ending in a full-out zombie apocalypse. From books to film, music videos to video games, we are obsessed with these flesh-eating ghouls. But where did these zombies originate from? Well, zombies actually originated from Haitian voodoo culture in the 17th century. Most people who practice this type of voodoo today believe that zombies are just a myth. However, there are still a few today that believe that they can use deadly neurotoxins found from marine species to create zombie-like characteristics in human beings. These symptoms include difficulty walking, mental confusion, and respiratory problems. Sometimes the powder can actually cause severe paralysis, or the person can fall into a coma. Hence the term
The Walking Dead.
In 2009, Zombieland 1 was released, and this film had everything. It has outstanding special effects, comedy, and a badass cast. In the film, the main character Columbus creates a list of rules to help him survive the United States of Zombieland. The list is made up of 33 rules to which Columbus used to help him survive. But we are going to touch base on the ones that we only saw in Zombieland 1 to see if we would survive in order to make it to Zombieland 2. With each rule, I'm going to reward myself a point if I believe I could effectively use that rule to survive. If you guys want to play along, feel free to post your scores as well in the comments below so I can review to see who's making it to Zombieland 2. You need an almost perfect score to survive. So let's start breaking down the rules and see who's gonna make it. Rule number 1, cardio. Unfortunately, the first thing that they mentioned in the film is the first ones to go were the fatties. This is rule number 1 for a good reason. The zombies in Zombieland are not your cliche, slow-moving brains type zombies. These are rabid, fast-moving, sprinting killers. If you can't run a full lap around a track without stopping, panting, or cramping, this may be the end of the line for you. In the film, this rule applies on numerous different occasions, and if Columbus didn't have a strong cardio game, he probably would have been eaten. Now, there are a few exceptions to surviving with weak cardio. Some of the other rules involve getting a kick-ass partner. If you were to implement this as well, you could have a friend look out for you and distract the zombie to make sure the zombie is not chasing you. Or, if you're familiar with Call of Duty, you can make a train of zombies behind you so it would make an easier, faster way to efficiently blow multiple heads off. My cardio is actually pretty good, so I think I'd survive this one. I'm gonna give myself a point. Rule number 2, double tap, double tap, double tap. I think this rule is pretty self-explanatory. If you don't know if it's dead, shoot it again in the head. So if you are aware that you need to shoot zombies in the head in order for them to be dead, then give yourself a point for this one. Rule number 3, beware of bathrooms. This is a big one. Many of these rules actually indirectly influence each other, but are only featured in Zombieland 1. Beware of bathrooms is definitely one of them. The moment you walk into a bathroom, you are putting yourself into a confined space where often only has one way out. No matter how clever you think you may be, your options for an exit plan, especially with your pants down to your knees, are limited. I happen to be one of those who suffer from intestinal issues. The last thing that I need during a zombie apocalypse is for my Crohn's disease to make a shitty situation even shittier. I could see myself sitting there. Who knows how long it's been? All by myself. My pants strapped close to my knees. My legs gone numb due to a bad case of toilet leg. I haven't felt my big toe in about 4 minutes. I can hear noises coming from outside the door. The door creaks open. I think I would get a point for this one, noting that I would have a kick-ass partner to be on the lookout. Where do you guys stand on this? If you think you would be a lone ranger during the zombie apocalypse, or would you have a kick-ass partner so that if you needed to go spend a lot of time on the toilet, you could take your sweet time knowing that someone out there has your back? Rule number 4, wear your seatbelts. What a way to die. Can you imagine, out of all the ways to die in the zombie apocalypse, you die because you forget to wear your seatbelt? This is one of my favorite scenes in the entire film. She's sitting in the car, she's running away from a bunch of little monsters, and suddenly she hits another truck, to which she flies out of the windshield and dies because she didn't wear her seatbelt. Personally, I'm quite a seatbelt advocate. I don't go anywhere without wearing my seatbelt. If you are the exact same way,
and which you should be,
make sure you give yourself a point for this one. If you have to often be reminded to put your seatbelt on, this is a chance that you may not survive during the zombie apocalypse. Rule number 7, travel light. Columbus actually explains that this one is not just referring to material objects. He also travels light emotionally when it comes to the attachment of other people. But for the game's sake, let's just stick to personal possessions. Would you be able to survive knowing that you'd have to leave all your personal possessions behind? Would that be hard for you? I personally would be able to fold a few pictures up in a book and travel by backpack, no problem. If you felt the same way, you can get a point for this as well. Rule number 17, don't be a hero. At the beginning of the film, Columbus actually makes the rule don't be a hero because he is all alone. He later then in the film changes the rule once he finds a family that's worth being a hero for. Our morals and values are all the humanity that we have left in Zombieland. I feel like if we lose that, we might as well just be the undead. For me, I would definitely have to weigh my options when it comes to saving a stranger during the zombie apocalypse. I would definitely help in any way that I could. However, like I said, if it comes to a stranger, there would be some hesitation if it wasn't possible. When it comes to family, I would jump right in to do anything that I could and probably risk my life to do so. So with that being said, I'm going to give myself a point for this one. Rule number 18, limber up. During a zombie apocalypse, I'm not sure you're gonna have much time to limber up when zombies are coming at you full speed and you're unable to stretch beforehand. I think we're gonna look at this one a certain way. So if you wake up in the morning and you do a
full body stretch
to start your day, I think you can consider that limbering up. If you do like to exercise and you stretch before and after your workout, you can also give yourself a point for this one. If not, I don't think you're going to make it when it comes to limbering up in the zombie apocalypse. Rule number 22, when in doubt, know your way out. We are taught that during an emergency, it is important to know the location of all of your exits. Zombieland is like one giant emergency. If you are an observant person, and you are walking around a room and you can instantly see your exits right from the second you walk in, if you are always aware of your fire routes when you walk into work or at home or when you walk into a store, then you can reward yourself with a point for this one. Being able to identify and escape during a zombie apocalypse can without a doubt save your life. Planning ahead would be a crucial part of the zombie apocalypse. Entering a room and instantly knowing where your escape route is super beneficial. If you are an observant individual, then you can reward yourself with this point. If you're not doing so well right now with all the points prior to this one, you might want to start planning ahead and perhaps taking some notes. Rule number 31, check your back seats. This one kind of relates back to the observant characteristics in the previous rule. If you know to check your back seats because you don't want a zombie flying at your throat during your trip to the convenience store to gather supplies, then you should probably check your back seat. Not just for zombies though. In the movie, Columbus and Tallahassee find a massive bag of guns in the back of a Hummer just by checking the back seat. Supplies are very important to the zombie apocalypse, so you want to check the whole vehicle for that as well. If you think you would be an excellent scavenger and it would be very simple for you to check out a whole car before entering, which seems to me like pretty good common knowledge during the zombie apocalypse, then you can reward yourself with a point on this one too. Rule number 32, enjoy the little things. This is one of my favorite rules in the entire film. Not only does Tallahassee go crazy for finding Twinkies during the zombie apocalypse, he also encourages the rest of the family to go and grab something heavy and just break some stuff. Breaking stuff relieves some stress, some anxiety, and is just fun. Tell me that you wouldn't want to walk into a big old store during the zombie apocalypse and just trash the place. Enjoying the little things I think we'll see more of as well in Zombieland 2. Because what else are you gonna do during the apocalypse? Another thing that I would totally do during the zombie apocalypse is if I had the chance to drive up to a beautiful mansion in Hollywood and spend the night, hopefully not to end up killing Bill Murray, I would definitely do that. I would stay in as many mansions as I could along the way just to enjoy the lifestyle. You could do whatever you want in the zombie apocalypse. You might as well enjoy the little things. What would you guys enjoy? Add it to the comments as well beside your score. Out of curiosity, I'd like to see what would be the first thing that you would do during the zombie apocalypse. Well guys, that's it. Those are all the rules featured in Zombieland 1. Of course, there is still a full set of rules that have not been mentioned yet. I'm looking forward to seeing how the movie is going to implement the rest of these rules into the second film. So guys, if you want to put your scores in the bottom of the comments, I'll be sure to read those and see how you guys did during the survival of Zombieland. So if you guys could please click that subscribe button, give me some shares, some likes. If you guys want to throw your scores down in the comment, I'll be sure to read those over and see who is coming to Zombieland 2 with me. Thanks so much for watching. This is Nerd Niche. We'll see you guys later.